So yeah, it's a good idea. Too much bad press. I have to cool it off in here. I'm just gonna keep the door open. I don't want to steam up the windows either. Cook some steaks. I seared it, both sides. Well, first I seasoned both sides. I preheated the oven. I seared for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side and then put it in the oven. And it was good. But I didn't eat it. But an inch, 7 minutes is too long in the oven for an inch because it was well done. It wasn't dry at all. It wasn't burnt at all. But yeah, definitely cooked well done. I've been eating a ton of vegetables. Those customers probably like the fact that I use the bench. You know, of course, it's common sense. Don't put it on the ground if you don't have to. And of course, I have my coolers here. Unlike that crazy person at the hospital. And I even cheated. I picked up the order and I didn't start delivery yet. And I wolfed down an orange because I was getting some dizzy spells and shit. You know what I mean? You know I'm freaking hungry when you have to collect your head a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, let's just eat an orange real quick, and probably took like 3 minutes. It wasn't easy to peel orange, so yeah, I wolfed that down. Then had a mouthful of cashews and then started, you know what I mean? You have to get creative when you want to take a little tiny time to take care of business. Don't start the delivery yet, because then the customer thinks that the restaurant's still working on it. I think, who knows, I could be wrong. Uber's not like telling the customer, hey man, the driver's picked up the food, but he hasn't started it yet. Imagine that, right? That would be funny, man. Now they'd be pissed. Helped the guy push his car that was dead. It was good because we didn't have it go down the hill. That would have been bad. That would have been bad. He was trying to do it by himself. Yeah, that would have been bad, man. San Pedro has steep hills. That was a steep hill, you know what I mean? This ground chicken is good. I freaking love it, man. Man, it's good. I like it. I eat this every day. Really freaking good. Yeah, someone was bitching about the steak I made. And she goes, don't use any salt or any pepper, man. Dude, that's part of the sear. That's part of what makes it taste good. like my father and his friend were both like, wow, you should bottle up this seasoning you do. But part of what makes it taste really good is that sear with the pepper and salt. That makes it, yeah. And I took the steaks out probably a little too soon. I mean, too close to when I cooked it, but timing, right? Dampened it with well, not dampened. Well, with paper towel, try to dry it off a little bit. About 20 minutes before and then I had the oven, well, I turned the oven on broil, and then I switched it to bake to try to get a quicker preheat, right? That's probably my mistake. And then turned it to 450. And then when I did that, I had the cast iron skillets before I even put the oil on in the oven to try to warm up the pan. And then I put it up there. I take a pan and I'll throw a lot of salt, Himalayan salt, pepper, the coarse kind, and some garlic salt. And then I take the steak and I just basically rub it. And then I put like a little bit of oil. I use grapeseed oil. And put that in the pan when it starts to smoke a little. Then I throw the steaks on there and sear it. Did about 4 minutes. And I should have probably did a little bit more for a nicer, but it dried out. It was pretty good. And then I put it in the oven, and instead of doing 7 minutes, I should have just did like 3. And then I let it sit. But it wasn't burnt. And it was moist. So I was like, oh my god, this is at a restaurant. I'd tell them to cook it and give me another one. I'm like, well, you didn't pay for it. Comedy. She feeds the half of to the dog. I mean, okay. I was good, you know. I'm a person of self-control. You know what I mean? You won't catch me going over to somebody's house eating their food and like literally for the whole time we're eating ragging on how shitty the steak was. Driest steak ever, which it wasn't actually. You could tell by looking at it, it wasn't dry. It was just well done. You know what I mean? Once it wasn't a choice. The two that I cooked were filet mignon that were liked, and hers wasn't. So, I don't know, man. I'm eating food that's given to me, even if I don't like it. I'm not gonna sit there and shit on it over someone's house. You know what I mean? Me, I always try to look at the positive and shit, you know? Tried making mashed potatoes, which I did, with Greek yogurt. I won't do it again. But it was liked, though. They liked it. I didn't like it. Yeah, I think I made a good decision today. Opening up the CDs. I mean, they have this like this service. Well, I'm not trying to be an advertiser, but yeah, Service Credit Union. They have this deal where they can open a savings account for a holiday. Then you get the money back in November for 2.9%. I mean, my CD is a whopping, actually 0.00, I think 35. So when I saw a 6-month 2.9, I mean, if my side feels as bad, tomorrow morning I won't run. But if it heals during the day, then I might run in the evening. I'll have to break my streak because I had some issues running today. I mean, while I was running, I was good, but when I had to stop, I'm like, holy crap. When I had to get going again, it hurt. I was like, holy shit. But I got it done. It's good. I feel nourished. Yeah, I think it was that fall. I kind of fell on my side. So I kind of tucked my body, I guess. So when my side landed on my arm, I think that's what did it. But I didn't feel bad when I got back up and ran the whole day until in the evening. All of a sudden it was hurting. So I think it was the fall. I'll get better. Gotta suck it up. Yeah, it's not my kid. I was worried about like the kidneys and shit. I was like, man, do I have a bad kidney or some shit? Yeah, it'd be a lot more painful if it was a kidney, I think. And even if I mean, there's no way I broke a rib. It'd be more painful too. So it's just a bruise with the ab muscle, because I noticed it was better when I was running and my lungs are up, and it was like my abdomen, it's like tightening up, and then it felt better than when my abdomen would let loose when I'd stop, and all of a sudden I'm like, holy shit, it hurts. So yeah, I don't know, it's weird. Maybe I'll get stronger abs. Stronger abdomens. I'm trying to get my six-pack. Start doing push-ups. I've already been doing push-ups. I mean sit-ups. Yeah, I was going to do push-ups today, but I'm going to take it a break with the... Yeah, I did a crazy amount of pull-ups the other day. Yeah, I'm staying more hydrated today. Pissing like freaking 6 times every night. Like a racehorse. And my urine isn't dark. It's like light yellow, really, at the darkest, and usually it's clear. So, I mean, yeah. If I had really any kind of kidney issues, it would be like freaking Coca-Cola. And it's not Coca-Cola. I don't think I've ever had Coca-Cola piss. And, yeah. You don't want to have Coke piss. Yeah, that's... I guess they say that happens when people who take a break from doing fitness, and then they go back to it, and they pick up where they left off. If they were doing a crazy amount of fitness. So if you're getting back into fitness, it's good to kind of gradually work into it. And I guess rhabdo, dialysis or whatever, can come from that. That's why, like, I guess endurance athletes get it. And yeah, so you don't want rhabdo. That's when your muscles are being eaten up. And yeah, I guess I've lost some muscle, but you know, it's not like my muscles. Yeah. You know, I'm just as strong as I ever was. It's not like I'm losing strength. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm doing more now, physically. So I'm just becoming more efficient. You know what I mean? That's the way to go. If you can do more being smaller, that's better. You know what I mean? But I'll let you guys go. Thank you.